here we go.
Yes, people. What's going on? Gunner Souls, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Finally, yeah, the weekends actually mean something. We've got a meaning back in our lives, man. The Premier League's back, so I'm ecstatic.
Yeah, man. The Premier League's back. Arsenal's back. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest preview. Premier League preview for Arsenal. FPL football is back. The drama, the transfer window is back with Caicedo and the Kane drama and everything else going on at Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool. It's fun just sitting back and watching. Is it not, Arsenal fans? Is it not fun just sitting back watching all the drama go down as you've already made your signings, you've already done majority of your business, and you're sitting back relaxing, maxing on shooting some b-ball outside of the school, Fresh Prince kind of thing. But talk to me, man. How you feeling? How's everyone doing?
Yeah, man, all good. Do you know what it is? Yeah, like it's so good for us to not be in the drama for the first time, because normally it's us that's in the situation that Chelsea's in, where our players are getting hijacked, our players are potentially going to other teams, and we're the ones losing out on our targets, or they come in at the very end of the window. So it's like for the first time, the signings that actually are going to make an impact are already done. Because if we're bringing someone in, let's say we bring Kudus in, that's a depth signing. That isn't a we need him right now kind of signing. Is let's get it done when we can. So, yeah, man, I'm absolutely ecstatic that we're not in the drama for the first time.
Yeah, and you know what? Just to let everybody know, before we get started any further, we're gonna talk about everything: Liverpool in the mud, Chelsea in the mud. But before we go any further, I just want to show you guys this. This is my fantasy team locked and loaded for this week. I'm gonna try to. Me and Souls are gonna try to keep track, see who does better throughout the season. But yeah, there's my team. And if you guys want to be part of my league, I'm in so many leagues, but the league that my league is this one right here. And in order to be in my league, all you need to do is type in the code MYBUVJ. That is a code for the league. And to be part of the league, that is a code. I'm going to put the code to the fantasy league right there. That is the
you
code.
You can put the link in. It might be easier. You know, the copy the auto join link.
Yeah, that might be easier too. So, but then they're going to have to leave the video. That's the problem.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There you go. That's the league for the fantasy. And yeah, just to quickly show you guys my team. I've done my team. This is my team. I got Turner, Onana, Bullock, Stones, Colwell, Estepinian, Gabriel, Martinelli, Saka, Eze, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Mbueba, Haaland, and Ollie Watkins. And that's my team. And I've picked Ollie Watkins. Sorry, I picked Erling Haaland as my captain, vice captain Bukayo Saka. And that's it for now. We gotta keep it moving. But Souls, what's your team?
I'll share it now. There it is. Share. Is that mine? Yeah, that is mine. Yeah, so I've gone same keeper just to get a 5 million into the United defense. That's the cheapest way to get in. I've gone Yuri and Timbers. I think that's going to be my differential player because everyone's gone Gabriel. Estupiñán, I mean, obvious reasons, high ownership, but I think he'll pull up numbers. Ruben Diaz just get into the Man City defense, and I do think he'll actually end up scoring out.
Why do you have McAllister?
So
go get Bernardo Silva right now. Stop wasting time.
Really? Yeah, but then who am I going to put? But who am I going to put him in for?
How much is McAllister?
6 million. I've got half a million.
Get rid of him, bro.
I've got $1 million in the bank. Okay.
Get rid of McAllister. Go get somebody good.
Yeah, but who am I going to
7 million to spare? Go get Bernardo Silva.
But who am I going to put him in for, though?
You take out one of the defenders for this week.
Yeah, but I've already got 3 defenders.
Oh, okay, so did you bring in Bernardo?
Yeah, I did. Oh, crap. What time? There we go.
Oh, did the app crash? Okay.
It did for a second.
Sub in Bernardo Silva. Oh, shit. You didn't do it yet.
It did, but it crashed, I think. I don't know what happened there.
Bro, this is a mess. There you go. Quickly. Before we got a lot to talk about today. We haven't even gotten to the
All right, that's done now. But then look, who am I going to sub him in for though?
What's going on?
Wait, it's not doing. Why is it not doing it? Oh, I don't know. It's not doing it. It's not. Have I got more than? No, I've only got. That'd be 3. I don't get it,
bro. Is it past the time?
No. We've got 20 minutes,
bro. The app is crashing.
Yeah.
Why would you have McAllister? He's never gonna get.
Because next week they have easy game. They have an easy game next week.
McAllister is never going to get you fantasy points. He's not going to get you returns. You're better off with better players. But yeah, we got my guy in the house. Ersan's also joining us. So I'm just going to add Ersan. But did you figure out what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to. Well, I keep trying. But anyway,
you keep trying to figure it out.
Anyway, talking about the rest of the team.
Yeah, what's good?
Ersan, what's good? Back by popular demands, as people loved him the last time he came on the show. Hope you're doing well.
Big up. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good, man. Good. Gunnar Souls, Ersan, I don't know if you guys have met, but
yeah, we met. What's good, bro?
Oh, good, man. How you doing?
I just spent like 10 minutes just trying to set up, and then I got 5 different phone calls that I just had to turn down. I was like, let me just focus.
Okay, so guys, before we get into the match preview, let's get into some of the dramas. Harry Kane will no longer be in the Premier League. How are you guys feeling? Arsenal fans, how you guys feeling? No more Harry Kane. Harry Kane is gone. Officially, he will be headed to.
It's about time.
And I think he could complete his medical today and try to get on the bench to play today. That's crazy.
No, he can't because the deadline was 12 o'clock.
Oh, really?
I think Levy's last sort of mind games. He's in, okay.
No, but he's already in Munich. They shown photos of Harry Kane in Munich. Let me show you. So I personally love the fact that Harry Kane's leaving. I think Tottenham are going to be back to being a mid-table club, but their fans don't want to hear that. Harry Kane was just spotted at the airport in Munich. Here's some photos from the Daily Mail of Harry Kane and his wife landing in Munich. Thomas Tuchel smiling on Harry Kane. I probably know more than me. Where is he? What he's doing? We're working.
Here you go. Give me 1 second, please, because I keep getting phone calls. 1 sec, bro.
No worries. Just jump back in.
1 sec.
Okay. And then they're tracking his flight. Madness. Postecoglou said it looks like Kane and Bayern is going to happen, so we move forward without Harry. And it's not hard for him because he never actually managed under Harry Kane. But I'll tell you guys this. Tottenham are in the mud. Tottenham are officially in the mud. The reason why, yes, they're getting money, but what are they going to spend it on? Who? What? How? On top of that, Richarlison is injured. It looks like James Maddison and Son are going to be the captains, the 2 leading guys for Tottenham now. And I'm not scared of them at all. No more North London Derby jammy goals. No more stat padding. He's going to stat pad in the Farmers League. I want to know what you guys Arsenal fans think. Do you guys care? Some people saying Spurs are going to finish 15th. We're going to get onto that. You're jumping the gun. My guy. You're jumping the gun. Let's talk about Liverpool, Chelsea. You know what? I think the Harry Kane stuff is boring. You're right. Let's get into the Chelsea-Liverpool's drama. Bro, where do we begin with the Chelsea-Liverpool stuff?
Bro,
where do we begin with the Caicedo news? Because the Caicedo news is mad. The Caicedo news is actually crazy. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, last night there was a story that broke that Moisés Caicedo is headed to Liverpool, and they had £110 million bid agreed. Now, the bid being agreed is only half of the deal. 110 million? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy amount of money. And no one can tell me about Havertz. No one can talk to me about Havertz and Declan Rice prices anymore with 88 million for Lucas Paqueta and 110 million for Caicedo. Like, I rate Caicedo, but 110 million? What the hell's going on? What the hell's going on?
Listen, Declan Rice has no pressure now.
But bro, this is the craziest part. Even the manager spoke and said with the player, we'll have to see medical today. Question mark. I can't tell you. I don't know. So he even spoke about a potential medical, and he said the deal was agreed. This was Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp a couple years ago, when talking about the Paul Pogba deal, said he would never spend over 100 million on a player. Blah blah blah. People were really getting onto him. We're going to talk about Charlie Patino in a second also, but this is where things changed. Chelsea are not giving up on the Caicedo deal, even despite medical being booked with Liverpool. They've not yet given up. That was 6 hours ago. And then after that, I think there was the bomb was dropped. Where is it? Here it is. Moisés Caicedo has informed Liverpool that he only wants to join Chelsea, and Caicedo decides to keep his word and only accept Chelsea's personal terms since May. I think this is the most insane part of the transfer window. It's so crazy that we're talking about it during an Arsenal preview. I've never heard of this shit before. Chelsea fans, you guys should be happy right now. You guys are dunking on Liverpool. You've dunked on Arsenal. You've dunked on Man City before. It seems like you dunk on everybody in the transfer window. This is what Chelsea do. They hijack people's deals. And when someone tries to hijack their deal, they take it back.
To be fair to Chelsea, right? This would never have happened had they assigned Manuel Ugarte for.
No, they always wanted both. They always wanted both. Ersan, they wanted both.
And you know what? You know what the main thing is? Yeah, like the issue with Chelsea is that they never paid up. Tony Bloom kept it consistently. He goes, "I want 100 million, or like around the 100 million ballpark." And if they had paid that, no one else would have come in. Liverpool wouldn't have an opportunity to even come in and hijack the deal per se. But now, do you know what the best thing about this deal is? Declan Rice isn't the most expensive signing to happen this summer. The pressure's on Caicedo. So I'm happy. I don't really care.
Yeah, you know what? My man right here is right. Did anyone see Joan Obi Mikel when he was at Manchester United and Chelsea hijacked him? They must not be familiar with his game. They must not be familiar with Chelsea's game. They do this on the regs. They do this all the time. This is nothing. This is the basic for Chelsea. They do this all the time. But right now, enough about Chelsea. I think Caicedo is an idiot though. If you have a choice between Chelsea and Liverpool, you should go to Liverpool. Maybe he wants to be in London because of the lifestyle, but this is crazy. Liverpool have no pull. What's going on? What happened to Liverpool's pull?
The issue is no one sees it. No, it's direction. You know what the thing is, yeah? Like Klopp can try his hardest to convince a player, but if you're seeing like ownership that isn't willing to do anything for the club to move them forward, willing to put the money on the line, then that players are naturally going to see that and go, you know what, I don't want to join. It doesn't matter whether Klopp's there, Pep's there. It doesn't really matter who the manager is. If the team is willing to, not the team, but if the club is willing to move forward and push on, because don't forget, they won the Champions League, the Premier League, and then they had one of the biggest drop-offs. Like they were going to go win the quad and then had another drop-off. And it's like clubs are going to, like players are looking at that and going, well, I don't really want to be part of an inconsistent club. I want to be a part of a project that I can see long-term having success. So I think it's more that than anything.
No, that is. I think it's, bro. To be fair to you, I did not think he cared about who would come in for him. I always thought he just wanted to go to the best available option. And the fact that
I do think Chelsea are paying more.
What?
I think Chelsea are just simply paying more. I think there's been promises probably made to the player that the salary increase is going to be dramatic over the years. Whereas with Liverpool, I don't think he sees any wage caps being broken. So he probably sees a better financial future at Chelsea than he does at Liverpool.
Yo, Iga, your man Hussam said Liverpool has the biggest pull that they want. Saka will leave Arsenal. Nah, man. That's fairy tale stuff right there.
He actually did say that though.
What?
He actually has said that.
He probably said that, but I'm on record on numerous channels saying that Liverpool don't have the facilities to grab big signings, and this kind of signing potentially, Caicedo could have changed that. this kind of deal could have changed people's perspectives of Liverpool and spending money in the market, but they might not get it over the line. It's crazy. Let's go to the next topic. We've already spoken about Harry Kane. We've already spoken about FPL. We've already spoken about Caicedo. Now let's talk about Charlie Patino. Did you guys see the Charlie Patino stuff?
Yeah, I've seen he joined Swansea. The Swansea announcement, if you've not watched it, watch it. It's actually amazing. It's so good. It's such a cool reference.
What is it? Is it from a show?
No, it's from EastEnders. Like, it's a soap that we used to watch all the time. It was always on every weekday. Mo was an iconic character, and she was just shouting Charlie, and it's like become a meme over the past few years. So for Swansea to use that is very clever. I mean, it's a good signing for them. I think he's a good player as well as of the brightest sparks in Blackpool at Blackpool. I felt like he should have got a top 5 league move, or even at least Portugal or a club like Ajax or Feyenoord. But Swansea would be a good move for him to develop his career, and apparently he's in part of the long-term plans for Arteta. And let's see what he can bring to the table.
Yeah, big up Eric. By the way, I did put the link in the pinned tweet for the FPL League if you want to join that. And also, thank you for the super chat, my guy. Big up to you guys. Do me a favor. We have over 82 of you guys in the chat right now, and only 24 likes. At least get us to 50 likes right now. Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. Now, Charlie Patino has joined Swansea on loan. I thought he was going to get a permanent deal. I thought he didn't want to go on another loan. This guy is 19 years old now. He was on loan last season, if I'm not mistaken, at Coventry. He's originally actually from Luton Town, surprisingly enough. Maybe they could have tried to get him.
He signed from Luton Town.
Yeah, so Blackpool were in the championship last year. He's going to go back to the championship again this year. I would have wanted him to get a Premier League move personally, but at this point of his career, he seems like he's tearing it up in the championship. Let him get another season, and hopefully someone comes and buys him. Wish him all the best, but our project is just moving so fast. We don't have time for academy players anymore. Like academy players that are taking time to grow and to get physically ready. We already have Fabio Vieira. Like we can't have more people who are skinny.
No, but that's why the championship move is probably one of the best moves to have, because the championship, in my opinion, is more physical in terms of how they come in for tackles and stuff than the Premier League is. It's a lot more dirtier in the way they approach things. So he is going to toughen up and he is going to get a lot more physical, even if he keeps a skinny build. So I think it's a brilliant move for his development. And if Arteta's given him reassurances that, look, you're going to need to bide your opportunity, maybe go on another loan, and you will get an opportunity at the club, that's probably a smart move from Patino to be like, look, you know what, I'll take another loan move and I'll come back and try and fight for more opportunities. So, yeah, I see this being a win-win for Arsenal.
Yeah, and I seen someone earlier talk about Raya's medical and stuff about Raya's medical. Now, if I'm not mistaken, David Raya already had his medical. He had part 1 of his medical yesterday, and reportedly that David Raya's agent was actually at the Arsenal training ground yesterday. So this is David Raya's agent taking a photo with Bukayo Saka. Pretty obvious why he was there, to get stuff sorted out with David Raya. So Entourage met with Bukayo Saka yesterday. Team has so much pull. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of pull right now. And
that's a brilliant loan move for us.
This David Raya deal, I am impressed that we've gotten Raya on loan. Like I know why we did it. It's smart business, but all indications at this moment in time is that Arsenal are unable to register David Raya in time for the squad to face Nottingham Forest. Ooh,
that's no problem.
Came in an hour ago.
That's no problem, because we've got Ramsdale to cover. We still have that high to cover, and the likelihood is Ramsdale's going to be a first choice keeper anyways. So I feel like
official announcement is pending though.
Yeah, man, it'll be a good set. It'll be refreshing for us, man. But I feel like that Raya could have got, there was no big urgency from us to need to get him as soon as possible. So yeah, Raya's gonna be refreshing for the team. I'm very happy with the signing. The Ramsdale's gonna start tomorrow, so he's got a chance to impress, against Premier League opposition.
There you go. So, you got anything to say on this before we move on?
Yeah, kind of similar. Like, I'm not really that fussed. Like, he's not going to play against Nottingham Forest. I don't think it's one of those signings we had to get over the line. It's done. We know he's here, and it'll be done for the next game week anyway. So, yeah, I mean, it's up to Ramsdale now to prove himself and say, do you know what? Have one of the best games he's had in a while, and don't make a mistake. It is Nottingham Forest. No disrespect to them. We should be keeping a clean sheet. There shouldn't be a complete effort, let's say, in a sense of making mistakes, getting nervy, putting us on the edge of our seats, because he wants to be an idiot. So here's your opportunity, prove yourself. I do want Ramsdale to be number one. I'm not saying that, Raya is going to come in and take his place, but I'm just saying that when there's competition, don't be surprised if Raya comes and takes your spot if you're going to F around. And I feel like Ramsdale is going to start concentrating more, and actually it's going to evolve his game having Raya as competition.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
If you're wondering why Douglas Luiz is on the screen, this doesn't make any sense. It has to be Tottenham PR, because why are we linking ourselves to every Tottenham potential signing? Is it something to try to cheer up their fans? Oh, we stole Douglas Luiz off you. I don't think we want him. I don't think we're seriously interested in him. I don't really see too many people even reporting about it. But every day I go to Arsenal News and I search up all the websites, I see random stuff about Douglas Luiz. If there was smoke to the fire, best believe more Arsenal fans would be speaking about it. But this is not going to happen. Why is this even news?
What they've done is, our interest last season, they've just basically regurgitated that thing. We're going to go in for him now. They're just trying to make media spins. They're trying to get the Arsenal fan base riled up. We know we're not going to sign him. If we're going to sign anyone, it's going to be someone like Kudus. It's going to be someone of a higher profile. Like Douglas Luiz is not a player who's good enough to play for Arsenal.
Did someone say prove yourself to Ramsdale? I'm confused.
Yeah. What I meant by it was not prove yourself, but this is your opportunity to state that claim that I am the number one. Because let's say, for example, he continues his preseason form where he's been very nervy, very edgy on the ball. And if he makes a big mistake, let's say, I wouldn't be surprised if Arteta sits there and goes, you know what, right, you're going to play now. Because he is getting that ruthless tendency about him. That's all I mean. I'm not saying right, because for me, I've always said it, Ramsdale is the number one. Raya's got to prove himself. But don't be surprised if he messes up if Raya comes in.
I feel like with Ramsdale coming in, with Raya coming in, it definitely will get Ramsdale to focus a lot more. I feel like Ramsdale is so underrated by our own fan base, and the treatment he got from Arsenal fans because we were signing Raya was disgraceful. I still think that Ramsdale is getting better and better and better, and I feel like, and I watched his interview with George Clark on ITV ahead of the Community Shield game against Man City. He seems fired up. He says, bring it on. He wants competition. And I don't know if you guys saw, but after the penalty shootout win, he didn't want to celebrate with the players. He went over to Matt Turner to celebrate with him. And they're going to build a strong union together anyways. And it's going to make both goalkeepers a top quality at Arsenal. And I feel like David Raya could go to any team in the Premier League if they really wanted him. And I feel like we've got a good backup goalkeeper.
He could have gone to Real Madrid if he waited.
Yeah. Like he could have gone to Bayern Munich, but even the likes of Chelsea who's splashing the cash, they're coming out there with Kepa in goal and Robert Sanchez. Raya is better than both of them personally. So I feel like
do you know what it is, right? So I did like a thread, and I was looking at like statistically what is Raya going to bring to the table. The one thing that like Ramsdale struggles with is his long ball distribution, especially from like hand to feet.
It's because he doesn't have any outlets. Now he has outlets.
No. But what I'm saying is, when you look at David Raya's biggest strength in distribution is what? Hand to feet distribution.
No, it's because Ivan Toney can hold up the ball.
That's not
I agree with that because like Toney.
If you put Ivan Toney at Arsenal, Ramsdale will be able to
Gabriel
get better
stats. But even Ramsdale's accuracy isn't great. When you look at David Raya's accuracy in how he does it, and he's smart with it, I do think he's going to learn. Don't forget they've got a 3-year age gap, so Raya has got a bit more experience where he can learn from. And I'm not saying that Ramsdale's crap, but yeah.
The biggest W for us is we got a player for 3 million loan. Try to you buy. Then if he does well, we buy him. If he doesn't do well, we don't have to buy him. And if it's a situation where it benefits us this year to help us push on and win the league, we might as well buy him anyways. If Ramsdale doesn't do well this season, then it's an opportunity to move off Ramsdale. But I personally think Ramsdale will still keep his job.
I feel like if one of them gets injured, right? Let's say Ramsdale gets injured, because we had this similar thing last 2-3 seasons ago where Leno got injured. Stepped up Martinez. Martinez helps us do well when we end up playing a lot better with Martinez. If Ramsdale was to get injured and we had sold Matt Turner, we would have had Carl Heiner, Arthur Conqueror and goal. 2 players that are championship level at this moment in time. So if we have that fear and we see Ramsdale get injured, we've got the ability to know that, we've got Raya coming in, let's see what Raya does. And Raya could get a lot of games in, and all of a sudden, he's the main goalkeeper. Ramsdale has to earn his stripes again. And it's clever from Arsenal because last season we suffered with injuries where Eddie Nketiah, he's done well when Jesus was out. But Holding failed to the point where he was dropped for Kivior. And even at times, Kivior struggled. So now we had to go and sign Yuri and Timber. So we've had Partey out, we've had Lokonga replacing him. Now it's Jorginho that's replacing him that can do a job. Now it's Rice that can come in and adapt to different positions on the pitch. So this is what perfect squad building from Arsenal. And the fact that we could sign one more player, how can we not believe in ourselves to win the Premier League and go far? I feel like it's our time.
Okay. Let's go into. There's nothing really to talk about with Balogun. Balogun news has gone quiet. Like I haven't seen anything new. But
Balogun was.
Have you not seen the picture that came out today? Cedric,
he was training with Cedric, Tavares, Sambi Lokonga, and I'm like, this guy, bro, he's like, if he was willing to have a first team role and play second fiddle to Jesus, he would be in the starting lineup. He would have a chance to get his stripes and play at striker. He would.
But we're not going to sell Eddie. And Balogun is not going to be in the team.
But it's because of his behavior. It's because of his attitude. Like, it was his moment to go and show America what he can do. And he didn't get any minutes because he was linked with a move to Inter Milan and Monaco. And even Monaco, they've put in a bid of 50 million, 40 million that has been rejected. Arsenal want 50 million. I think they're going to wait on a Premier League club to go for him. I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's jump into this quickly. Big up everyone in the comment section. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now. It's absolutely free. We got 111 of you guys. We don't even have 100 likes. Obviously, I'm not asking for 100% likes, but whatever you guys can do please hit that like button. It's absolutely free. I'm just going to quickly go on to this Kudus news. So Chelsea are aiming to complete the deal for Michael Olise. This means Kudus could be still headed to Brighton. But at this moment in time, the Ajax manager has said that Kudus can play tomorrow. They're aiming, obviously there's things going around him, of course, not concerning happen at the end. I'm happy that he will. Sorry, let me get this to read it again. So Mohammed Kudus can play tomorrow. There are many things happening around him, but nothing concrete happening in the end. I'm very happy that he's with us tomorrow. So he's going to play tomorrow. That's a lot of the reports saying that Kudus will play tomorrow.
Yeah.
Brighton are saying that the deal with Mohammed Kudus and Brighton is still not progressing the player side at this stage.
He wants Arsenal, bro. He's waiting for Arsenal to put the bid in. He's waiting for us.
Yeah, he's waiting for us because he doesn't want Chelsea. Chelsea don't want him, and Brighton have bid for him, but he doesn't want to go to Brighton. So he's definitely waiting for Arsenal. But do you think there's an agreement already in place between him and Arsenal?
Yeah, I do think so. It's a similar situation with Rice in January. There was like a verbal agreement. Like Arteta and Edu with their transfer targets, even with Raya. Raya and Arsenal were speaking for a good couple of years. And I feel like it's the same thing with Kudus. Arsenal been speaking to Kudus, admiring Kudus, saying to Kudus, come to Arsenal. Kudus is all he's asked for is Kudus is to say, look, reject all these clubs and come to Arsenal. If you want to go to any other club, you can go. We won't be interested. Kudus is now rejecting Brighton. Kudus is not going to Chelsea. All we need to do now we've got Raya with a few million to spare, and we're selling Turner. We sold him. All we have to do now is get rid of Balogun and one or two other players. But before you know it, deadline day, Kudus is an Arsenal player. And we've done deadline day deals before with Tomiyasu coming in, with Tini coming in under Edu and players like that. I feel like this is the final signing we're going to make other than Raya. So it will just take a lot of time, in my opinion. Got to get these outgoings, the Pepe, the Sambi Lokongas. Like, Lokonga could go for a loan move to Burnley with an option to buy. That could get an extra 15 million.
Let me just jump in here.
We
got some comment here saying it's not confirmed yet that he's rejected Brighton. That's true, but he's stalling. What you saying?
He's stalling.
So the situation with Kudus is that Brighton Kudus wants to insert a release clause, and Brighton aren't willing to do that, and that's one of the reasons why the deal with Brighton is actually at a standstill at the moment. But I do agree. I do think to some degree he might have been made some promises that Kudus could be coming to Arsenal, given that there are going to be outgoings. Balogun is still on the chopping boards to be sold. We're still, like, Matt Turner's just left. Rob Holding is still going to go. Samuel Okonga could be going. We just need to get those few outgoings. I think Balogun's sale will be enough to bring Kudus in, and I think that's the reason why. And the reason why I think that is because why else would we loan Raya for, not for FFP per se reasons, but if we had signed Raya, I don't think Kudus could have been possible even with the sell of Balogun. But Balogun going for 40 to 50 million and us getting Kudus for 40 is exactly what Arsenal need right now to be able to get that done and not have the potential FFP breaches. So that's the reason. I think it all contingents on Balogun staying or leaving and getting the fee we want for him.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think Kudus wants Arsenal, and I feel like the only way he goes to Brighton is if Arsenal say, look, we can't afford you at the moment. And then he moves on deadline day. I feel like we're just waiting for him. We were waiting for these sales to happen, and then they will come. And I just, the fact that I believe in this signing happening is amazing. I just love Arsenal right now. One second.
Wait. Apparently, Brentford won Eddie Nketiah? What?
Yeah, they wanted Nketiah as
70 million.
They wanted it as a part of, or like in some form with the Raya deal.
That's not going to happen.
Brentford. If Brentford want him, then I'll say
Arsenal are not going to sell in a swap deal.
No, they were like, okay, we can do the Raya deal, and then you guys do something with Nketiah for us. But I don't know if Arsenal wanted to do that.
You think we're going to give them Eddie?
I think for 40 million, maybe for 40 million. I think
they've got a price on him, which is like 40 million plus.
Let's see what we can find. Okay, so understand that the internet is a crazy place, so sometimes not everything you see is true.
But with
during negotiations, let me read this, bro. 1 second. During negotiations with David Raya, Brentford asked Arsenal about the possibility of signing Eddie Nketiah this summer. The two clubs were in good relations, and Arsenal stand firm on the 35 to 40 million asking price for Eddie Nketiah. What?
Yeah.
Did you just find out about this? It's been breaking news for a few days now.
Yeah,
bro,
sorry.
I've been out of commission, bro.
I hear you. I think with Eddie Nketiah, long before Arsenal gave him that new contract with the 14 number, Eddie Nketiah has always insisted he wants to be in the first team. He always wants to start. And he's gone about it a lot better than Balogun. And I feel like Arsenal would, if a 40 million bid comes in, they would sanction the sale and they look at a new striker coming in for the next season. I think Brentford would do very well to getting in a player of Eddie Nketiah's quality, and he would do very well, especially before like Tony comes back from his suspension. I think it's a good exploration for them. But then again, at the same time, why aren't they going for Balogun when Balogun and Tony are similar style of players? Yeah, it's a bit about confusion to me.
Yeah, you know what? What's confusing to me is those guys on Stratford Paddock who had Arsenal 8th. in their predictions.
Bro,
That
I've never heard of that guy that said 8th year before in my life, before every Arsenal fan started tweeting about it.
I'm
I knew
I'm
everyone knows.
confused. How do you predict us 8th? I get it. You're doing
It's
it
the
for
way he
reaction.
speaks, bro. It's the way he tries to articulate himself like he knows everything. That's the hilarious part of it. You know,
Bro, they're
Adam
doing it for
McCullough.
the reactions.
Yeah, you know,
And we're
Adam
giving it to
McCullough.
them. That's the problem. I'm giving it to them right now. Pause.
Exactly.
Anyways.
You know, with Adam McCullough, he's biased against Arsenal. You know, with Stephen Howson, he's biased against Arsenal. They are one of our biggest rivals. Of course, they ain't gonna
Bro,
predict us to pick up.
they suck off everybody except for Arsenal. and
We just need
Liverpool.
to predict Man United to finish near the relegation zone, and then all the United fans are biting the back of us.
Yo,
Like-
before we go any further, Burnley, do you guys think Burnley have a chance today versus Man City? Everyone in
Yeah,
the comments section.
Do you know what? I got a sneaky suspicion this could be 2-1 Burnley.
2-1
I think
Burnley. You're
Burnley have a
crazy, bro.
chance, definitely.
I
Burnley,
don't.
the
Do
whole
you know?
Burnley.
Nah, it's one of those
Everyone in the comment
weird
section,
feelings.
run your comments right now. Let me know.
No, don't forget Turf Moor back in the Premier League, and it's Boldy versus Boldy. Come on, man. This is cold, bro.
I
Yeah.
originally had 2-1 on vibes from the 6, but when I did my TikTok predictions, I changed it to 3-0. So
3-0 City. Damn.
yeah, I think City's gonna
Yeah,
smash them.
I think Haaland may make a difference though. I feel like with Haaland and De Bruyne being back, I do see City.
Imagine
Bruyne is
Haaland gets a hat
technically
trick on
injured.
his first game.
It'll be a lot tougher than what people realize. So like,
Yeah.
I feel
Imagine
like
Haaland hat trick. Haaland hat trick on his first day back.
Haaland brace, De Bruyne assist.
Oh,
I feel
yo, what the hell is this Barella stuff?
Yeah, have you not heard about it?
Barella news.
Have you
Bro,
not heard it?
I'll take that. Barella to Arsenal, yes, get him in. For Tommy
Yeah,
Asu,
no. The thing it'll be Balogun plus Tomiyasu plus cash for Barella.
Bro, the Barella BS never gonna happen.
no way. How are we gonna offer 2 players and cash on top for a midfielder? That's not great business.
That's
When
what they
Balogun
want.
wanted,
Yeah.
Wait, so they want Balogun, Lokonga plus cash.
No. Balogun,
Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu, and potentially cash for Barella. But I think
What?
the only thing that
Who
kind of
got that
throws the
card?
deal off is because Balogun is more valued at Arsenal than he is for Inter. So they rate him at like 30 million, 40 million. We rate him at 50 million. So the discrepancy is about 20 million. So that's the reason why I don't think a swap deal could ever happen unless both clubs agree to how much the players are worth.
Wait, so Barella, how is Barella the equivalent to Tomiyasu and Balogun?
Because that's what they rate him at. They rate him at like an 80 million midfielder. Probably 80
don't-
plus.
I mean, given the fact that they just got to a Champions League final
Oh,
and they
but
let
bro,
go
the
of Ronaldo,
source.
it
The
makes sense.
source is the bottom of my shoe. Like,
Never know football. I
Bro,
feel I know Balogun is very.
do you
very
guys have you
high.
guys seen the source? 1 second.
I've never seen Barella linked with Arsenal, and it would make more
Wait.
sense if we feel like Jorginho goes down.
Bro, this is what's the source? Where's the source?
I don't know. I've just seen it on the timeline.
Here it is.
Yeah,
Big
Twitter
up,
always
big up
goes on.
Arsenal News Channel, the only one who actually put the according to who it's according to. 442, a magazine
That's a
company.
magazine, man. That's a magazine.
When have they ever broken news?
Hey, you sometimes don't know where these come from, but they could be true.
Personally, for me, Tomiyasu is staying. I don't want him to go. I need squad depth. If you want Cedric, Elneny, sorry, not Elneny. Keep Elneny. I like Elneny. I'll give you Balogun. I'll give you Cedric. I'll give you Tavares. I'll throw in Lokonga. Take it or leave it. 4 for 1.
Yeah, throw Holding in as well.
What
5
the
for 1.
fuck? Sorry for my language.
Yeah,
I
but
just
this
saw
deal
something
this deal never made sense. That transfer never made sense.
Chelsea have agreed personal terms with Mikel Elise as a representative. His move for Crystal Palace is being finalised.
Is this actually? Wait, 1 sec. Sorry to cut everyone off. Have you guys heard about Ben Yedder?
No.
Striker.
No, I know
Yeah,
who
what
he is. What about it?
Type in Ben Yedder on Twitter, BBC, and you'll see. I
What
can't
happened?
really
Is it
say-
mad?
crazy mad.
Like,
Fuck.
are we talking illegal?
Oh, I think I heard something.
What happened?
Just
Bro, no
search.
one wants to talk about that. Wallahi. Man was charged with attempted R, and
Oh.
sexual assault.
Damn.
No one wants to talk about
Anyway,
that right now.
Michael Elise is going to
Sorry about
Chelsea.
that, but yeah, it was just short.
Yeah, let's get into the actual prediction preview now. Okay. Here we go. So, is this shared? Okay. Let me. I've tweeted so much stuff today alone. I lose track of how many tweets I've tweeted. Look at this. This is pretty cool. The best midfield. City's midfield with Lucas Paqueta looks good though. I still rate our midfield. I think our midfield is the second best.
Yeah, Liverpool's looks funny, man.
Yeah, without Caicedo, they look like shit. Manchester United is overrated, man.
Yeah, just hoofball merchants, man. Swear down.
Where else? Oh, here's my predictions. So I had player of the season prediction. We win the league. So Odegaard, young player Saliba or Saka, golden boot Haaland, assist Kevin De Bruyne, clean sheets Ederson, signing of the season Timber, flop of the season Mason Mount, one to watch Pedro, and first manager sacked. I have David Moyes being the first manager to get sacked.
So you've already lost our prediction then, because technically Julian Lopetegui is the first to go.
No. But I'm basically saying the season hasn't started yet, so I don't count.
Okay.
Oh, did you guys see Chelsea fans made a song for Caicedo? All we want is Caicedo. All we want is Caicedo.
And they were mocking us for Cecil guy singing about rice.
Yeah,
at least we signed the player.
Look at this one. We'll see who gets the last laugh.
That's hilarious. So wait, so guys, what are your top 4 predictions then?
I did my whole league table. Here it is: Arsenal, Man City, Manchester United, Liverpool, Newcastle, Chelsea,
the same as me, Liverpool,
Brighton,
United.
Tottenham 8th.
Yeah, I've gone with a similar thing with you.
I've got
my United at 4th and Liverpool.
Oh, did you guys see Henry dancing? Why did he twerking?
Da. The guy
Daniel must have been gassed.
Yeah, he was sharing, he was retweeting it, man. He was gassed on it. He's posted on his Snapchat.
What is he doing? He's twerking.
He got tap, man. He's got dancing.
Gang. What else is there? Where is it? I'm trying to find something.
The first manager to get sacked, yeah.
Here we are. I finally found it. So let's get into the Forest preview. And the best way to start is, which one of these front threes would you play against Forest? So there's 4 options, okay? This is option number 1. Option number 1 is Saka, Havertz, and Gabriel Martinelli, okay? Option number 2, Trossard, Saka, and Gabriel Martinelli. Option number 3, Saka, Eddie Nketiah, and Gabriel Martinelli. And option number 4, Flo Balogun. We can all admit that Flo Balogun is not going to start, right?
Yeah, he's not even going to be in the matchday squad. I don't see him being in the squad.
So Eddie Nketiah, Souls, you make the case for him. Trossard.
Wait. Eddie is your guy. Why am I making the case for Eddie? I don't care.
You're making the case for Eddie.
I'm Trossard, man. Trossard to start for me.
Okay, you want to
outside a favorite?
You want to be Havertz?
Or I'll give the case to Havertz, but I had an outside favorite.
Okay, you give the case for Trossard. I'll give the case for Eddie Nketiah. First, Souls, go ahead. What's your case for Havertz?
Hey, listen, Kai Havertz, I don't care where he plays, man's going to cook this season, He's going to show these Chelsea fans, what they're missing out on. And I really don't care about them anyway. But, there's a few reasons why you can actually play Kai Havertz. Now, one of the reasons is they're going to play a low block. So you're going to need someone who's physical, who can hold up the ball. It's not going to be a case of Man City. They're going to be possession-based. So really, we can hoof it up to him. He can hold the ball up. Then you've got two runners in behind. You've got Saka who can run in behind, Martinelli who can run in behind. And depending on who we play in the 8, that person's also going to overlap Kai Havertz and actually make run in behind. Kai Havertz can pick them out each and every single day. Even he was handling John Stones. He was handling Diaz. He was handling the likes of, Akanji in that game. He didn't care who he had to win a header against. He was going for it. So even if Forest, they might be more physical, they might be more physically demanding team, but they've not got the quality Man City possess, and I think Kai Havertz did a very good job against them. So there is a case to be made, but personally, I want Havertz in the 8 rather than play him up top. But if you want to play him up top, that's the reasons why you do it.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, what's your case for Trossard?
For me, Trossard has to start. I feel like Trossard's been our best attacking player throughout the whole preseason. I felt like he was our best player when he came on off the bench against Man City. He's two-footed, he's very agile, and he can play in the false 9 role to a T. He's very versatile, can play in multiple different positions in the scenarios that we needed him in. I feel like he's been a massive signing for us for 20 million. That was 1/5 of Mudryk. And I feel like we have to trust him to start in a lot of these games. He can play running in behind, can link up play. Although I did agree with Souls. I thought that Havertz will have a brilliant season. He's been brilliant. He was good against Man City. But I feel like Trossard is more clinical in front of goal ahead of Havertz for me. And can shoot from distance. He's very versatile. I like him a lot. So I'd go Trossard to start. Been our best player for the season.
Personally, I think the least likely to start after Balogun is probably Eddie Nketiah. But if he was to start, the only reason why he would start is because Mikel Arteta probably likes Trossard off the bench as a super sub, gives his impact off the bench when there's tired legs. Where Eddie Nketiah, you really bring him on, you're chasing a goal. I don't know if he's the guy who's going to make the biggest difference to help you win a game. And the other reason why Eddie could potentially start is if Trossard is on the bench and Kai Havertz is already on the pitch, and one of Declan Rice and Thomas Partey are also off the pitch. So it would be a midfield. If the midfield is Kai Havertz and Odegaard and Rice, or Kai Havertz, Odegaard and Partey, and then Eddie is also part of the mix, that is another route where Eddie could play. But really and truly, it doesn't make sense to start Eddie Nketiah, especially after how good Trossard has been and Havertz has been. So there's logic behind why he could start, but the reality is if we expect the midfield to be the same as the City game, then there's no way Eddie is going to start with the defensive midfield 3. You're going to most likely have one of the 2 better attacking players in Trossard or Kai Havertz. And at this moment in time, as much as Kai Havertz has been poor at Chelsea, I'd rather have him in that position than Eddie Nketiah. He was getting in the right positions. He just wasn't finishing his chances.
I agree with that. I think Havertz he got a lot more criticism than he needed to last.
Let me ask the comment section, guys. What is your best front 3? Is it Saka, Havertz, and Martinelli, or Saka, Trossard, and Martinelli? Because for me, the reason why Trossard doesn't start, I think he's such a good impact off the bench that you need that tool in your pocket. You need that player who comes in and changes the game for you.
You know, one of the reasons why I think that is because Martinelli's still technically recovering from injury. So they're probably going to want someone to stay on the bench just so they can take Martinelli off.
But then at the same time, I thought that Trossard deserves to start even over Martinelli. I don't feel like Martinelli's had the best pre-season. He's been good for us, and he's a quality player. Big season ahead for him.
I want ESR to start. I can't even lie.
Someone said do a poll. I'm going to do a poll for you guys.
I love Smith Rowe as well. Like, even him, like, he's had the brilliant summer playing in the under-21s for England. You know, he seems sharper than ever. Seems to have avoided those niggly injuries that he used to have. Seems like he's fully recovered. And he came on in so many games for us in pre-season. He looked sharp. Looks fiery, creative. I would love to see Emil Smith Rowe come and start for us, but we've got a lot of quality that I don't think he will. And I feel like he'll come off the bench and make a massive impact for us this season.
I think Trossard is one of the most underrated players in our team, in the sense that he is actually in his prime, unlike other people, and he can deliver on any given day. So,
And people don't realize, like, 2 seasons ago when we finished 5th, Emil Smith-Rowe grabbed 10 goals for us in a good run of games he had, and even off the bench he scored like 3 or 4 goals. So definitely a player to watch out for is Emil Smith-Rowe.
The player to watch out for me for Arsenal, like Fabio Vieira. I think Fabio Vieira could bang this season, and that is a hot take, but I think Fabio Vieira could do really good this season. Second season syndrome and everything else. But let's get into some of the injuries. Who's injured for 2 teams? Wow, they got some injured. So their main guy is out.
I wonder, he caused us a lot of problems at the City ground the last time we played them. Caused us a whole lot of problems. So that's a big miss for
and the
Forest.
idiot Wayne Hennessy's out injured also.
He's never started for Nottingham Forest though, because they're gonna play Matt Turner, isn't it? That's gonna be a good game.
It's pretty obvious. Balogun is not injured. They're just covering him, and Lokonga also. So.
Yeah, Arteta said in his presser that El Neni and Jesus are the ones that are still waiting to recover. Everyone else is back fit. So
Lokonga's fit. Lokonga's never going to play.
Lokonga featured in training. Zinchenko featured. Well, he was away from the lads. He's not going to get.
Yeah, W in the chat if you have Matt Turner in your goal for your fantasy. He's one of my goalkeepers. I think everyone has Matt Turner and Onana.
I'll go with Onana and Areola from West Ham.
Matt Turner is the same price as Areola. You should have went with Matt Turner.
I feel like Areola will. I feel like, yeah.
He's not guaranteed.
If Fabianski will start, Areola may be a starter for them. No one knows yet.
Matt Turner is guaranteed to start.
I don't know
but let's look at this team quickly, guys. So you got McCain, Willy Bolly. How do you pronounce this guy's name?
Joe
Worrell. You got Worrell, Serge Aurier, Yates, Mangala, Annie.
Oh, I know. He played for Torino last season, no?
I know.
Yeah, Serie A. Played in Serie A, Nigerian international.
You got Gibbs White, Diallo, and Johnson. And a lot of people rate Johnson. I don't really rate Johnson.
A lot of pace. He's got a lot of pace on.
You know what? Yeah, that Morgan Gibbs White guy. Yeah, he
scored 8 goals last season. That's not bad.
Yeah, he's a good player, Gibbs White. He's a player to watch out for as well.
Yeah.
He had a very good.
Someone suggested Johnson as a backup for Saka, and I was like, what?
I don't know if he's quite that level, but he is a very good player.
Not at the moment. But definitely, like, he'd be a good player for, like, West Ham or, like, a top.
I don't know about this midfield. Do you think that's going to be the midfield, guys? Because this team does make sense.
I hope.
Who's their main? They ain't got really a lot of main.
No, I'm looking at the Arsenal team right now.
Shelby and Frula maybe, but I feel like Shelby's left. I feel like Frula for Switzerland. I feel like he's a good player, but
I feel like if they play Kai Havertz, it's a toss-up. Trossard or Eddie could start.
Kai or ESR have to be in that midfield. It's a Nottingham Forest. I'm not going into that game with Partey and Rice. We don't need to be that pragmatic. We need a ball carrier. We need someone who's actually going to advance the ball up. And I think one of Kai or ESR would do a lot better job of that, especially with Jesus not being here. We do need to make that sort of attribute somewhere in the team. And yes, granted, Timbers can do it, but then you need someone to support Timbers do it. Ben White can do it, but you need that support to do it. So that's the reason why I do want someone progressive, or you take Declan Rice out and put Partey in.
My man here says Partey starts. Do you think Declan Rice doesn't start his first Arsenal game?
I don't think that would be the case, just because they need to get as many minutes for Declan Rice in these sort of easy to win games to get him regular to the system.
So you think he's starting no matter what?
Yeah. Regardless, whether Partey is in there as well, Rice will be a definite starter.
Yeah. I think with Rice coming in, I think Arteta definitely explored the option of having one of Rice and Partey, but it failed at Man United. So since then,
Jorginho's out injured also. Shit.
I think he was back in training. He had a slight.
I don't think it was a major injury. Don't think it was anything concerning.
Yeah. But he should be back. He should be fine. But even then, Jorginho, he's been good for us. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wait, is Zinchenko not injured, or is he back now?
Zinchenko's back.
Back in training.
Oh shit! I might have cocked up on FPL.
So
I still start Timber ahead of him though at left back.
what's
personally.
the key to us winning this game? Because for me, I'm looking at the way we're set up, and I'm saying to myself, our left side defensively with Timber there, I'm comfortable, but attacking wise, we're gonna destroy teams. You got Trossard who likes to drift to the left. You have Martinelli who drifts to the left. You got Kai Havertz who's in the left. You have Timber who's helping out on the left. Bukayo Saka literally just needs to cross one ball across, and he has 3 targets in the box.
Yeah.
Actually, 4.
Yeah, you got to have like Saka in and around the
Who's
penalty.
the 4th? Martin Odegaard.
No, Declan Rice.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I'll tell you why. So the way that it worked, actually, and you're in Timber, so you've actually got 5 targets to hit. So really what happens is the opposite flank. So let's say Saka is the one who's attacking. The opposite flank is told to attack. Actually, you've got Odegaard as well, sorry. So you've probably got 6 targets to hit. So Odegaard's going to be asked as the 8 to go into the box. What's going to happen is Declan Rice is going to be told to scout outside the box. So if there's a deflection or if the keeper punches the ball out, Declan Rice is the one who's meant to pick the ball up and put it straight back in. Then you're going to have Kai Havertz already in the box. Timbers is supposed to come into the box and attack. Martinelli's meant to be in the box to attack. And the striker's meant to be in the box to attack. So you've got like 6 to 7 players who are meant to be in and around the box, whether it's in the 9-yard box, whether it's in the penalty opposition box. They're meant to be in and around that area. It's about overloading your numbers and having centre-backs not able to deal to man-to-man. It's meant to be an overload. So that's why I say you've got potentially 6 players to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The amount of time you've seen
Preview
like,
time's over. Time
yeah.
for the predictions. What we saying?
Oh, by the way, lineups are right now as well.
We can talk about that later.
For Arsenal tomorrow, given the fact it's a home game, I think a 12:30 kickoff, at the first game of the season is very beneficial for us. I feel like we're gonna win this game 3-1. 3-1 Arsenal.
I say 3-0. I say we smash them 3-0.
I
First
feel
game,
like we get caught out of the counter attack.
Statement win. Bukayo Saka brace. Saka Martinelli goal. Let's get it. Or Kai Havertz. You never know. I personally, I'm rooting for Kai Havertz more than any player on this team this season because I feel like Kai Havertz. I'm backing him to the hill. He's like, that's the little project that we have to have that does well for us to win. Yeah. I feel like we go as far as Kai Havertz goes because I don't think Declan Rice is going to be a problem in the long run. Declan Rice will score tomorrow. Let's see. Let me know what you guys think. Souls, you're the final prediction of the day. What are you saying?
5-0.
5-0.
Same as last year.
Come on. Yo, guys, in the comment section, let me know right now. Do you want me to do the match prediction review immediately after the game? Or can it wait for like after the 3 o'clock games? Because who's playing at 5 o'clock?
Newcastle, Aston Villa.
Is there anyone good playing at 3 o'clock?
Newcastle, Aston Villa. Newcastle, Aston Villa. 3 o'clock shit, but the Aston Villa.
Yeah, so we'll do the match review at 3 o'clock.
Yes. Because no one
we'll do the match review at 3 o'clock. We'll catch you after the game at 3 o'clock. You guys already know what it is. Rice is not the type of Arsenal 6. Forget about your party agenda. Do I have a party agenda, guys? I'm not one of these people who has a party agenda. Like, what are we talking about?
I thought that Partey would be replaced by that.
Kenny, man, you always say I have a party agenda. I take offense to that. I protect Partey, unlike some people who call him number 5.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Mid-season, man. I just
you
had a British squad.
This is Partey's last season, though. I think this is a transition year. If he doesn't get a new contract, I don't expect him to stay much longer. Anyways, look at the City lineup. Guys, want me to really look at the City lineup?
I'm in the mud. Ruben Diaz hasn't started. He's not even in the squad.
Say wallahi. John Stones hasn't even
started.
Oh my
days.
John Stones hasn't even started.
Bond City, man. Fuck that. I'm not putting any of their players in my FPL, man.
John Stones hasn't even started. What is going on with Pep? First game of the season, he takes John Stones out. What is going on?
Yeah, man.
This guy's nutcase. He's a nutcase. He put Rico Lewis.
Let me see my team.
Since when does Rico Lewis play?
Bro, he's a good player, man. I feel like
Since when does Rico Lewis get minutes at City?
Bro, this is his first season properly, man. He's always
No, my point is everyone went with John Stones or Diaz. This guy plays Rico Lewis, Ake, Akanji, and Kyle Walker. What the hell?
That's still a strong team, man. That's still a strong team. That's a surprise. Evia, I'm surprised. John Stones.
Everyone's FPL team is in the mud. Everyone's FPL team is in the mud.
Right, can I have a look at my team? I forgot my team like so many different times.
Anyways, yo, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here, though. You guys have yourselves a good one. I'll catch you guys on the next show. As you guys already know, it's going to be Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. Come on, Arsenal. We got to go get the victory. You guys have yourselves a great day. We're out of here, people. Love for the love, people. Peace.